Me playing tug of war with this dog again. But yeah, let's talk about Bud. Turkey Sheik says, from his understanding, if Terence Crawford don't get Canelo, he may just retire from the sport of boxing, and I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? You talking about all the politics that he had, or the politics that he had to go through to get the Errol Spence fight. I figured he said, you know what? I'm not about to go through that. Come on. I'm not about to go through that with multiple fighters at PBC. I mean, you look at 160 and 154, all the fighters with PBC, you know. So, and Jerron Business is probably about to find that out, trying to unify with Mario Barrios. So, yeah, when you kind of sitting there talking about the politics, it is when you got money, you ain't about to do all that fighting and stuff. He went out there, got somebody to finance his fights, and guys still don't want to fight. So I always told y'all, always listen to these dudes, oh, let it marinate, or, and the whole purpose was to let these fights marinate so they could be worth more money. And when you got the fans talking about finances and how much money, what the fuck do y'all care? Think about it. Had y'all had Errol Spence and Terence Crawford before time, y'all would have paid 50, $60, not $90. And they probably wouldn't have went up head up with PBC, so Al Heyman wouldn't have sabotaged. So when you say marinate, all you doing is basically saying, I'm gonna sit, come here. Basically what I'm doing is sitting an old gallon of milk in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna drink it when it's sour and expired. So in my humble opinion, when you start talking about marination and all that type of stuff, it don't make no sense. From a fan's point of view and from a fighter's point of view, if you lose a top fight, you lose a top fight. You can come back. Danny Garcia came back, you know what I'm saying? Roy Jones lost to Montel and came back. James Toney lost to his career and came back. Bernard lost his first fight and lost to Roy Jones and came back. So when they started talking about losing, you ain't gonna lose no money. Sean Porter came back and made millions. He always was coming up short. All it takes is that one fight. And when you fight top competition, you fight top opposition when you younger, it only can help you as you get older. It only can increase your chances of being a better fighter. So when you do get down the line, you start, look at Tevin Farmer. You know what I'm saying? Why did he really, a lot of people feel like he beat Ramondo Mortella? He had the experience. He had the seasoning. So you gotta fight top guys. You can't just sit here and babysitting. Back in the day, the top guys today was the equivalent of the journeymen and the contenders back in the day. Think about Frankie Randall, upsetting Julio Cesar Chavez. He was a middle of the road fighter, bro. Think about that for a minute. He was a middle of the road fighter. Today, Frankie Randall be pound for pound top 5, even with everything he had going on in his career. So a lot of these dudes babysitting and they waiting to fight top competition. And Miles, and they waiting to fight top competition, and they stop progressing because they start to stagnate because they're not challenging themselves. They fighting the same type of guys. I always tell y'all, when you matchmaking, when you early, you see what it like. If they knew Errol Spence, for example, didn't do good versus southpaws, well, they should have been matching him against southpaws early in his career and giving him a small dose of that. So when it was time, they knew eventually he was gonna have to fight a southpaw. He would be prepared for that. If you knew somebody, they don't do good with pressure fighters like Josh Kelly, instead of putting them on a fast track, they should have been putting them in there with pressure fighters who had stamina issues, even though they usually go hand in hand, or pressure fighters who couldn't punch. So he can get used to fighting them and then, step it up where he got used to fighting, pressure fighters. Because if you fight a fighter that you're not good with, or you fight a southpaw pressure fighter, slick fighter, whatever you struggle with, guess what? For a training camp, for 8 to 10 today, 12 to 10 weeks, you sparring versus slick. You sparring versus slick southpaws. You sparring versus power punches. You sparring versus, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Whoever your weakness is, you done got so many hours. It's like when you train, in some jobs, you got to train so many hours before you can get on the job and do the job yourself. So a lot of these dudes, they matchmaking these dudes away from their weakness. Come on. away from their weakness, they protecting them. And a lot of y'all protect y'all kids. Come here, protect their kids the same way. We was having that conversation. Sit. I was somewhere today. Sit. And we was having that conversation. I was at GameStop, and we was having that conversation. Now we was talking about dude was a Bama fan. He was saying, kind of Nick Saban said he left because third string running back said he needed 100,000. He was leaving, and I was saying like that's kind of the culture that parents raise their kids in today. Where if it ain't working out, we gonna transfer to another school. If it ain't working out at school, we gonna homeschool you. If it ain't working out here, we can run, we can move, and we can go. No, sometimes your kids gotta sit in the eye of the storm so they can develop character, they can develop resiliency. They know life ain't gonna be fair. And I try to tell that to parents and stuff. That, oh, they picking on my daughter, they picking on my son, or they doing this. Hey, dude, you can't just turn around and run from adversity. You can't do that. You got to teach your son that, guess what? You got to persevere. You got to teach your daughter, you got to persevere. She got a bitch ass teacher. Guess what? You got to show her how to handle that. Because when she get on the job, or when she get in her career, she gonna have a bitch ass boss. You gonna just tell her, go find another job. But if it's a good job, it got good benefits. Life don't work that way. Oh man, I ain't getting no PT as a freshman. Oh, I want to transfer schools, pop or mom. Man, back in the day, the parents were like, no, you gonna sit here and you gonna compete and you gonna wait your turn. You gonna work hard. You gonna earn your spot. Now today, you have a kid graduate from high school. This nigga done paid for 10 fucking teams. He done played for 10 teams. So you gotta parents build character, bro. The decisions that you make with your kids, you build character. You build the problems that they have, and you build the solutions that they come up with, and the productive citizens that you come up with. Y'all be building these weak ass kids, and some of y'all build some strong ass kids. And I guarantee a lot of the strong kids had a male and a female, or a man and a woman's sit, go, and a woman's influence. But nonetheless, a lot of these dudes, when Crawford chooses to retire, a lot of these dudes gonna start calling him out when he on the couch. They gonna say we want to fight, and all these dudes duck. And people want to argue me about Tim Tszyu. About a year ago, y'all was telling me how Tim Tszyu wasn't shit, and I was telling y'all how good Tim Tszyu actually was. Ain't that a bitch? Everybody want to challenge when I break some news. Everybody, or tell y'all the rumor. Everybody. That's one of the reasons I'm gonna stop talking boxing, because everybody want to challenge when I say something. But when the least attorney, hold on, come here, Miles, or when the local dummy box community say something, or when the Garfield, the coke sniffing cat say something, y'all run off with it. As much as a baby mama boy lie on YouTube, y'all don't say a goddamn thing about that nigga. That motherfucker say, well, I heard Floyd Mayweather coming back to fight Errol Spence in a 12-round championship fight for Undisputed. Y'all believe it. Y'all share it like wildfire. But when a motherfucker like me, who got a consistent track record for telling y'all the truth, say something, niggas, oh man, but then again, what I say don't fit the narrative. What I say expose the narrative. And I told y'all when Tim Tszyu ducked, and y'all look at them interviews he did with leading up to the Thurman fight, when they was at the press conference, he told on himself. He kept saying, I want to fight Spence. So they dangling Spence like he a carrot, and these niggas Bugs Bunny. And niggas don't even know he ain't worth shit. And what's so funny is George Kambosos found out the hard way. He found out the hard way that Lomachenko ain't worth shit. He fought Lomachenko, and that whole fight took a loss. He left the fight with minimum to no money. Lomachenko took a guarantee. But the media make you believe, oh, Lomachenko's a big star. Shakur Stevenson consistently sell more seats and consistently pack more and do better viewership than Lomachenko. During the pandemic, Lomachenko fought T.O. Shakur last fight probably did almost as much as that did. And the pandemic, everybody was sitting at home. So I don't be trying to really double tap the screen and like the video. I don't be trying to hear that shit. I guarantee you. And that's how people was talking about, well, Mike Tyson beat Larry Holmes for Muhammad Ali. Man, people hated Larry Holmes so much, they never bring up the fact that Larry Holmes retired and was sitting on his couch. Miles, A prime Larry Holmes will beat the dog walking shit out of Mike Tyson. But when it fit the narrative, the lie sound good. That's why a lot of dudes be getting hooked on strippers and sex workers, because they know how to lie and finesse and make you feel like it's real. What's that song? What you feel? You know, by Cheryl Lynn. It's real. You know what I'm saying? That's how you like, damn, man, how this nigga fall in love with a stripper? How you knock up a OnlyFans model? How you knock up a prostitute? Because them bitches know how to stroke a nigga ego. The lie sounds so good that it sounds like the truth. So I guarantee you when Bud go sit down and say, well, I'm done, you know, I'm gonna retire, raise my kids, and be at home with my family, these niggas gonna start saying, oh, I wanna fight Bud. Yeah, he bring, I wanna fight Bud. These, I'm telling you, the character of these people today is the end of the times. We got too many people with bad character, bro. Too many of these fighters ain't got no character, bro. And to be a gladiator, to be a boxer and a mixed martial artist, you supposed to be a gladiator. You ain't supposed to show no emotion. For real, not no tears. And Adesanya out here crying like a bitch. You supposed to be about a warrior's code, especially before the fight, you ain't supposed to be crying. You supposed to be a stone cold killer out there when you going into the ring. You supposed to be all business. Not business, you supposed to be all business. You know? But, you know, now we got NFL quarterbacks with pink fingernails and shit. You know, now we got sassy ass fighters. We got fighters that switch hitting out here. You know? So masculinity is like shit. When if masculinity don't exist in the ultimate gentleman sport known as boxing, and they starting to emasculate them, you better count on your hand how many more fucking decades that we got on this earth. It ain't too much longer. Stop. It ain't too much longer. And like I said, I don't blame Terence Crawford. I'm not about to go. It took me all the politics to go to get Errol Spence. Man, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Real talk. I mean, Tim Tszyu, Fondora, you know, he could have fought both of them niggas this year, and they refused to fight. Israel Madrimov is the only one that stepped up to fight. And everybody had a lot to say about Madrimov, but ain't too many people trying to sign up the permission slip to go fight him. No, come here. Ain't nobody trying to sign that permission slip to fight him. So I don't really be paying no attention to dudes. They run their mouth and they duck at the same time. So when that man go lay on this couch, guarantee you niggas gonna start saying his name. I don't have no respect for Tim Tszyu left, because he went out there and he called these fighters pussies. Oh, they ducking and they all pussies. And you describing yourself, homeboy. My message don't change. If a fighter pussy, he pussy, bro. And that's just all it boiled down to it. These fighters are so pussy today and they're ducking, these boys don't want to fight, and then nigga, you duck. That's worse than being a pussy ass hypocrite. Tell me I'm wrong. These dudes ain't no fighters no more, bro. These niggas is boxers. They B&B, boxing businessmen. No, business boxers, man. The business come before the boxers. That's what I be trying to say, man. I don't blame the brother. Now, you know, him saying, I only want to fight Canelo and retire, it's all about the money. I told y'all from the beginning. He went from saying he don't want to fight Canelo to having a conversation with Andre Berto, and then saying he'd go all the way up to fight Canelo. It's about the money. I ain't gonna never fake the fun. He ain't give a fuck if it's a belt on the line or nothing. He make history. He trying to make money. That's his retirement plan. I don't think he can win the fight, and I don't think he can win the fight. Now, I know Bernie was saying he had a heart-to-heart with them and said he can win the fight. He can't. Ain't no concessions being made, you know, but I feel it, you know. I feel him. You're going to make that much money, and then if you win, you're going to be considered one of the greatest fighters to ever lace them up. Why not take the risk? But people don't understand how the anatomy works in the human body. For him to be able to move up in weight, basically 3 weight classes, because he only had one fight at 54, my advice to him would be most of that weight going on the legs. Crawford already naturally got big legs. Most of my weight going on the legs. I'm working on legs, core. Come here. Come on. I'm working on legs, core, That's where my power going at. And everything we doing on top is just, come on, come on, no, come on. Yeah. Everything we doing up top is explosive. It's 5, 10, maybe 15-pound dumbbells. We just explode. We explode. We coming down slow, pause, and we exploding up. Everything I'm doing with my upper body is explosive. You know, other than my neck, I might do some things with my neck, no diddy. You know, as far as, you know, weights and but most of the stuff that I'm doing up top, everything is predicated on fast twitch. Everything we doing is explosive and fast. You know, that's what we doing. Everything we doing is explosive and fast. Come here. Come here. Sit. 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 Everything we doing is explosive and fast. So that's kind of what I'm saying. But he can't win that fight. Judges, you got to take a punch. You got to be able to take the punch. And then people just think about the punch that you got to take upstairs, downstairs. You got to be able to take the physicality of getting hit on your arms. You got to be able to tussle with the nigga in the clinch. You know what I'm saying? You can't really make no mistakes, not just from like Amir Khan, but you can't make too many mistakes because the judge is already dick sucking them. So it's a money grab. And like I said before, when people say, oh, you biased, nigga, I call him how I see him. And I'm not mad. He deserved all the slander that he got. He deserved that opportunity, in my opinion. He deserved it. But if I had to put a game plan together to really beat him outside of the physical, you know, one thing about it, I ain't boxing that motherfucker. I'm coming right at him. Real talk. I'm coming right at him. I'm walking right to Canelo, and I'm boxing him as an aggressive boxer puncher. That's what I'm doing. Everything I'm doing, I'm working off my jab. I'm touching the body, but I'm going right to him. You know, and that's what Mayweather did. But the difference between Mayweather was fighting him on the inside. He had his chin tucked. You know what I'm saying? And he was so reactive in that fight. I don't think Crawford can fight that way, like Mayweather did. You know, on the inside like that. But in his own way, you know, if I'm Crawford, I would kind of try to, you know, take some of that and do what I do well and get at him. Sit in there with him. Don't run from him. You know, I'll be pushing him back. You know, my defense will have to be tight. We catching and shooting, and I'm punching the score. After I set this, you know, I'm punching the score. You know, I'm just touching them, hitting them, frustrating them, making them miss. You know, but I don't think Crawford defense is as good as Mayweather. But his counter punching, it's on point. But it's a retirement fight. It's a retirement fight. It's a retirement fun fight. It's a high risk, high reward fight. Because if he wins, like, dude, he one of the greatest fighters that ever do it. A lot of people say because of the gold in there, because of the modern era, and they seen it in 5K and 4K, he the greatest. I don't know what's wrong with him. He tripping the last couple of days. You walking, what else you want from him? You ran around, you walked. I'm still getting doggy complaints. No. Why would you want to sniff somebody's dog shit? But yeah, but it's a money grab. And I said that from the beginning. And then Canelo like, well, I won 150, so Canelo made himself look like pussy. And that's what he been for his whole career. Canelo ain't never got no respect from me, bro. Never. He ain't never earned nothing in the sport of boxing. He ain't never earned it. Say what y'all want to say about it. He ain't never earned it. The blue carpet been rolled out for Canelo forever. And then he don't even want to fight Crawford. The fans like, and only reason is the man to watch Canelo and Crawford is because Canelo Alvarez said no. And that might be the overplay for the underplay. You know? That might be what it is. To build the fight up. And he probably planned on fighting Crawford the whole time. Who knows? Who knows? So I can't call it, but it's a money grab. But if he walk away from the sport, I ain't mad at him, bro. We ain't gonna keep paying these politics. Tim Tszyu got 3 light fights lined up. He could be lined up to fight Tim. He could be lined up to fight Virgil Ortiz after them 3 fights lined up. You know what I'm saying? So who else we got? You know, Sebastian Fondor. He could have fought Bud in June. He turned around. He turned around talking about it didn't make sense. What you mean it don't make sense? You just fought in March. You fought in March. Okay. You had an opportunity to come back and get a big fight in June versus a guy making his welterweight, his super welterweight debut, and you say no. So you wait all the way. You want to wait another year before you get in the ring waiting on Spence. That's crazy. You want to wait. You want to wait another year. It's bananas. This Mexican bitch got a fat ass on her, bro. She just had a baby too. Boy, black girls getting BBLs and Mexican and white girls getting ass. Naturally, it's crazy. You know we living in the end of days. Because if you seen her from the back, you would think you would think she was a sister, bro. Come on. Now you be out here, you gotta see if a chick got a BBL or not. It's crazy. That's the first thing you look at, bitch. Is it real? Is it real? So it just look like Bud out here looking for high profile fights. That's it. He looking for the money fight. And when you start thinking about it, Errol Spence fumbled the bag by performing so bad. So he looking for high profile money fights. He looking for high profile money fights. So with that being the case, Canelo the only one. Who else brings some money? Danny don't bring that money. Come on. Earl, he don't bring that money. Fondor don't bring that money. Tim don't bring that money. So nobody bring the money other than Canelo. And you would think Canelo say, well, come on, let's get it. You know, I'm gonna make more money than I make with anybody else right now. So why not come in here and fight? But nope, he just a diva. That's why I never respected him. All the fights he took was calculated. You know, you thinking about a guy, and people say, well, he got a great resume, and he done did this, and he done did that. That's fine and dandy. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, he can fight whoever he wanted to fight. And when he fight people, he fighting them with a 3 or 4 point cushion. Think I'm lying? Look at the Beaver fight. Think I'm lying? Look at the Floyd Mayweather fight. Mayweather watched him every round of that fight. Every fucking second of that fight, he got watched. And CJ Ross scored that fight a draw for Canelo Alvarez and Floyd. So, yeah, he coming. You got extra cushion. So for you to get in there and and don't want to fight Crawford, so it must be maybe I don't want to break bread with a brother, you know. But if you talking easy fights, that's right up there with any other easy fight you can take. You got a smaller guy coming up, but then again, he probably thinking, well, you know, I ain't never seen as many people outside, but he probably thinking like, well, you know, Amir Khan gave me some problems. Bud's a great fighter. He's always giving Bud respect. But he said, I don't have nothing to gain from the fight. I mean, what you got to gain in fighting Edgar Berlanga? That's what I be saying. You know, you ain't what you had to gain versus Jamel Charlo? Nothing. You didn't gain nothing. You didn't gain more money than you ever made. You didn't gain a belt. You didn't gain respect. You didn't gain pay-per-view breaking numbers. You ain't gain beating a pound for pound #1 fighter. Come here. Come here. Miles. Stop. This nigga is just, whew. It's like talking to a kid. Come here. You like talking to a kid, bro. You too old for that. That little boy saw his life flash before his eyes. He probably needs some exercise to run. These kids need to run. You just get chased by dogs and shit. Come on. But like I said before, Canelo must just got a fear of black fighters. Because he didn't fight Andrade when he should have fought Andrade for undisputed twice. 54 and then 60 for undisputed, you know. He didn't want to fight Charlo until the odds was in his favor, and then didn't even stop the dude. So, like I said before, um, it is what it is. When they told him he going to Hall of Fame, oh, he was a great fighter, I go to my grave saying that's a goddamn lie. I'd go to my grave. They'd have lied and the truth ain't one shit great about Canelo Alvarez. But his opponent selection and the time he selected him. One shit great about him. Well, he's Mexico's greatest fighter. Mexico boxing ain't shit then, in my opinion. If that's y'all greatest fighter, man, come on. That's like Mysterio from Spider-Man being considered the greatest superhero or the greatest villain in comic book history. It's a facade. Salvador Sanchez in his short career, short life, he ran laps around Canelo. Juan Marquez ran laps around Canelo. Ain't shit good about Canelo. It was all a facade. It was nothing but a gun in the mask. His whole career was a facade. He was the Mysterio of boxing. Smoke and mirrors, holograms, special effects, IMAX, EMAX, 4K, 5K, 10K. It was an illusion. Come on. He's the greatest musician that boxing ever seen. Antonio Tarver, move over. Canelo's the new Magic Man. Paula Malignaggi, move over. Come here, Floyd. Miles. Come on. Don't call this nigga Floyd. Paula Malignaggi is the new, these niggas is the new Magic Man. Canelo the new Magic Man. Voila, magic. Voila. Come here. He doing magic. He Charlie Wilson. I can do magic. Nigga don't have one top fight where he dominated nobody. No top fight he dominated nobody. With all the judges, all the computer raw, and whatever else he shot up his cinnamon toast crunch ass. He ain't never dominated a nigga. All them advantages he got, he never went in there and Donkey Kong a nigga. Never. Not never. He more notorious for who he didn't fight than when he actually got in the ring with guys. And that supposed to be our best fighter? I disagree. Y'all, I disagree. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. Yep, I said it. I said it. Yep. All he did was duck, duck, goose his whole career. Lather, salute. Daniel Berry, salute. You know, and like I said before, a lot of y'all Mexicans can come in here and talk as much shit as y'all want to. Don't bother me because go to y'all Mexican channels. Go over there and go in there, grab y'all corn with the seasoning and mayonnaise on there, get a couple strawberries off the corner from the Mexican man, and enjoy the stream. Cause y'all Mexican channels ain't worth shit. They boring. They don't come up with no slang, no lingo like me. So I feel y'all. Parker's a dark horse in the heavyweight division. I don't know. Bacoli is it. Bacoli that dude. What I seen, nobody stopping Bacoli. Get out the way. Bacoli on the way. Ooh, Bacoli, there you go. Just cut me in when you make the shirts. You sell the merch. You see Devin Brown, I don't care nothing about what Devin Haney doing. The Mexicans probably said something to him, so be it. That's how you do. You want to talk slick and then you want to cry wolf when you get popped in your mouth, so be it. And Ryan Garcia, when is he gonna go to the upper room? Cause I'm tired of hearing him talk. When is his mama going to the upper room? Didn't he say his mama was sick? I'm tired of him. When is you gonna make good on the threats you've been saying you threatening yourself? That's what I'm waiting for. I got no love for Ryan Garcia. None whatsoever. I'm ready to say, Ryan Garcia is gone too young. No, too old. Don't like him. He always got something to say. And he cheated. More people appalled about what Devin Haney did than what Ryan did. I don't care nothing. You think you can just, y'all young niggas can go around talking shit to people and ain't no consequences or repercussions? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, look at this Devin Haney, he being a thug. No, you're not about to sit here and disrespect me. You're going to get beat up. And you see that the Mexican homie didn't even help him. I thought y'all was one people. I thought y'all was a crew. Yeah, run your mouth, thought shit was sweet. No, Turkey Al Sheik said it. Miles, stop. Come on. Turkey Al Sheik said it. They doing Bud wrong. They always do the brother wrong. What's the name of that song by Ja Rule in the beginning? It's Murder? When he said, man, he said, I love being black. He said, I love, because life on hard. I forget what he said. Life be on super hard when you black, so I love being black. He said, Fondura fought for WBA just not to fight Bud. He about to fight Spence. They think they scared, but he might beat Canelo. That's a shame how they said black people. The thing about it is, Errol Spence may be done too. His eye fucked up. Like I said, for a nigga that said he can retire his parents and he had money, why the fuck you trying to fight with one eye? That's when I don't be paying attention with niggas. Niggas just be talking. If Elon Musk going to work making money every day, you think Errol Spence don't need no money? Did Bud sign with Turkey? I don't know. It's probably just on the humbug. Johnson salute. Canelo should not have learned English. Yeah, I heard people say that kind of make you lesser than a Mexican. I don't know. He said Ortiz is under scrutiny for not explicitly going for the Crawford. Well, Crawford said, Turkey Al Sheik said Crawford didn't want to fight him. It sounded like Turkey Al Sheik would like to. It sounded like Virgil is willing to fight him. Crawford don't see it as a big fight. Talk to Crawford. Come on. He said they know 154 ducking Bud except the ones that's desperate for opportunity, and ain't too many of them out there neither left neither. Jamil Charlo straight up, he shook the spot. He was saying that he didn't want to fight Bud before Bud got there. But we seen that he had bitch in him when Jared Hurd slapped that nigga and he ain't do shit. His brother came in, and then his brother got slapped. Them niggas didn't even lose their respect in the ring. They lost their respect when them niggas got slapped outside the ring. Caleb Plant got slapped by Canelo and think he can just turn around and slap everybody. White man's privilege. He said, but no, Bud might beat Canelo. The racist Mexicans and self-hating black YouTubers still want Bud to watch Spence and Bears. Man, Spence ain't even no black person that you put on the pedestal for real. He ain't even from Texas, nigga. He ain't even somebody that you want to put out there in a black community. Nigga always drunk, hugged up, kissing the nigga on the neck. But you know what? They always want to push homosexuality anyway. I heard what old buddy said on Reggie Owens' channel about the local dummy box community. He said they some mooks. Old buddy said they some mooks. Real, and I put old buddy on. Niggas forget that. I put old buddy on. He started. And I don't take no credit for whatever he done. I don't really care. But I'm the one that put old buddy on the LDBC. But niggas was acting like I was crazy. I was the first nigga that left. But niggas acting like I was crazy. I don't play them games, bro. I don't play that fake shit. They knew not to bring none of that fake shit to me. But niggas found out the hard way. I was the pioneer of that shit. You ain't gonna tell me what I'm another grown man, what I can say and what I can't do. Donald Banks, salute. Jeremiah Wilkes, salute. He said Armin said Bud would have many real issues with Canelo and hitting age up. He said, I don't even think Crawford beats Jenny Big. Jenny Bud can't even make weight no more. So I don't know. He might be able to get Jenny Big. Jenny Big can't make weight. Come here, you better not. These mosquitoes tearing the nigga up out here. I have to start wearing long sleeve shirts. Come here. Show the people your face. You happy? Sit. Sit. Your face all dirty and shit, man. Look at you, look at you, look at you. Your girlfriend ain't coming over this week. Ha 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 ha. Hold on. Hold on. This nigga done slobbed on my whole hand. He said, I don't think, okay. He said Canelo can't beat Jenna Big. I seen a little bit of Jenna Big. He a big boy though. He a big boy for sure. You know. He said he won 150 fight Bud, so what y'all think he wanted for Benavidez? He said 200 to fight Benavidez now. This nigga he's so scary, dog. And people defending this just scared this clown. Canelo came for 40, why not? Yeah, he was like 16 though. Canelo too big, too good. I would agree. Don't get no pushback from me, Bud and Lubin. Then Bud want a cash out fight. So Ramos don't make no sense. He a great good fighter though. Bobachuk probably definitely don't make no sense for him. But what you trying to win up Virgil Ortiz for? But them all good fights. Bud and Charlo, no, for what? What I get for beating Charlo? Charlo don't have no stock at this point. Ashley Stewart stock more than Canelo. I'm more than Charlo stock. Trey Finesse salute. You know, Mark Nash salute. Saudis might pay a little to get 2 fights with the no. Man, Chris Algieri said the best Canelo been in 68 for years. He had all the muscle for years. Meanwhile, Bubba had the operating capacity of new front. Yeah, he supposed to be a strength. He supposed to be a nutritionist. Remember, and he missed weight as a nutritionist for the Pacquiao fight. That was crazy. Great advertisement for your business, buddy Algieri. Conwell don't make no sense. You naming a bunch of fighters that don't make no sense. That nigga hustling. Them all hustling backwards. If Canelo beats Bud, he deserves the juice. I mean, yeah. Nigga said he was ducking him. I know he gonna win. Shit. Canelo stripped the moment he faced Canelo. Yeah, the WBO. He ain't got stripped too far to that. Kirkland wasn't no great fighter. Struggled with Cotto. Yeah, a lot of people thought Cotto won that fight, or was closer than what they said. Charlo's cherry pick with timing. It was. What will you say when he beats Benavidez? He beat Benavidez. Shout out to him. Stop. Why would you? This nigga need his ass beat. You need your ass beat, for real. That was so disrespectful. What will you say? That's crazy. I would say, gosh, Jolly G, wow, he finally fought him. Yo, Mess gonna be sick as fuck with Bud watching all them niggas. They gonna quit boxing. They gonna start going to get their soccer balls. Them niggas gonna pick up pickleball. Them mosquitoes told me out the frame. Kendall, what up? I don't see Bud watch me neither. I don't see Bud watch Canelo. He right. He said when you right, that's how it be. Caleb Plant got bigger nuts than he thought he was white. Canelo had to remember. Had to have him remember. Remember who you are, T'Challa. Remember who you are, Caleb. You're a white man. You can get away with anything in America. And around the world. He was lucky Zab. Oh, that's Zab. Oh, he changed. He said Bud got at least 6 more fights left in him. But 6 fights could be 6 years. And today, for how that nigga fighting, Jay-Z verse was fire on that track. He said if you want to be an offensive towards a Mexican, you're going to have to receive what you get out of there. I mean, you got to. You got to set the tone. You got to. Shit, they flat-footed anyway, so you should be able to get in and get out. Caleb Plant got slapped Charlo, and Charlo, he apologized. Charlo said, I'm sorry. Yeah, my dog been bad the last few days. I don't know what's up with this nigga, man. I don't know. This nigga been tripping for a few days now. He about to find his way to a new home. It's like, nah. Shit funny as hell. He said Haney fought better fighters than Bud. No, he didn't, but whatever. Believe what you want to believe. He said pre-mixed master, I think Canelo beats pretty much anyone who doesn't stick and move up to super middleweight. Yeah. Earl can still get Manny. I guess. I don't know, man. Get out of here. He said Algieri was moving up from 40 to 47. Yeah, it was a catch weight of 144 pounds. He supposed to be a nutritionist. That's why his ass was still in his parents' basement and shit. Nigga can't even make weight. Maybe he did it on purpose. But shit, that's all I pretty much got. But maybe he did it on purpose though. So you get the advantage. But Pacquiao was drinking. Pacquiao, that take away his greatness, but that's why people BoxRec don't tell the whole story. Manny Pacquiao wasn't doing nothing but draining people and getting full credit for it. But that's all I got. I might do something in the morning, or I might wait Sunday to do something. But hey, peace.